the lonely shepherd from Kill Bill, Luke Skywalker, who was pulling his father to the light side. Darth Vader, Melanin, the occultum, antimatter, Chewbacca, Chewbacca or Smoke Bacca, Luke Skywalker, so you walk into your higher self, and sharing of information and the guidance towards that. This is what maybe this quick inspirational talk here might be about. Like this. So transparency, sharing of information, being transparent, although some people are afraid of the wax, the house of wax, the horror stories, and basically that everything turns into the mystical things. So everything turns into spirit, because everything basically steams off. So and also facing your traumas, your basically you switch from dream A, because in German, Traum means T dream, or dream team. We're in a team playing together in the society games, and if this frequency basically start to raise up, frequency, the resonance starts to get to a higher altitude, to a higher attitude, taking more care about the moral standards, everybody will see that in their reality. So from Luke Skywalker to dreams and Star Wars movies, Chewbacca, and I still missed this song. I was posting it in my Instagram. Sorry. Amun Ra. How is this guy called? I was forgetting it one more time. Equality. Making everything more visual, sharing information. Shivambukalpa, sun gazing, the self-sustaining human vessel. Oh, there are some bats, some flowers, some butterflies, and how to basically know that you're a self-sustaining being through Shivambukalpa. I was telling that, I was not showing it because I love things, but having a good day, basically, that's what it's about. So have the balls to show you what you can do when you are knowing that if you can drink your urine, you are basically healing yourself, although it sounds very strange to most beings. Then knowing that basically through the power of alchemy, you start to know that basically all these ingredients in certain substances are in these illusionary tracks, probably things that basically burn off or steam off. So basically there's only the mind. So then the question is, how's the mind operating? And knowing if the mind is sick, if you know that you heal the mind, you heal the body. The mind is always way more powerful than everything else. So from the mind into matter, through the reflection, through the mirror, and then, from the lonely shepherd to the, hugging shepherd. You're like, hey, life is great, share it, have the balls to talk about it, Greta Thunberg, maybe, John Shamanic, whoever that is. And it's not about me, it's about us. It's not about the US, it's about the world and the word and the things that you basically speak. So the things that you are, the things that you know. Yeah, like I said, Star Wars, I'm probably going to watch maybe the second episode of Star Wars. That might be a cool thing. So just quick burning off here. Although you're like, smoking causes cancer. Yes and no. Basically, it's about, like I said, the mind. And if you know that even all these pictures on the cigarettes are somehow true, but basically it's because you are, or I am, putting in more black substance that you then work with. And if you know how to get rid of black, you go through the color spectrum of the rainbow. Like I said, you go to white again, and then you're like, hey, I don't know anything. I know a lot of things also, but it's about how certain things that you intake have effect on your body, and it's mainly because your mind is addicted. So addiction means dictating words into yourself and then also mirroring them out. So if you're like, hey, cigarettes are bad for me, that's your belief system, so it causes these effects, right? And especially also, there might be something to it. But if we will talk, for example, more about colors, it stands over here, the atomic bomb. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. Atomic, well, the atom bomb, the bomb is basically, like I said, the melanin. If you start to know the primordial point, Bobby Hammett's work, and you stand up for the wrong thing, you stand up for the demons, you stand up for the Siths. Well, like I said, the great Jedis, the Jedi Codex, or the Darth Vader, the Siths, and one more time, Luke Skywalker was managing it to pull his father to the light side, to the bright side, and then to basically know that, hey, one more time, if you know you're self-sustaining through urine, I mean, not like, because the experience that I had with urine was I could fast, for example, for 36 hours on water, on urine, and you basically feel very lightheaded, you feel very mental, you get to the higher realms, and then you pull knowledge out from there, and then you share it. I share it with other people. Hey, what is it about in this realm? It's probably about moral standards. It's about how to organize the system. And you're like, this whole crown thing was very harming, maybe, for some people. Well, yes and no, because it opened up, it was causing basically pressure for a lot of beings. So then, through pressure, diamonds start to exist. And the diamond is basically your head, because the diamond sits in your skull, in your skull. So then well, it is just what you think things are for you. And the space, time and space, time is basically not existent, because if you spell time backwards, you get to the word emit. So you emit time from your navel, from your story. So the world is in me, so it is in you. So the universe, or the Star of David, triangle from the male and female body that you fuse together, the upper realms and the lower realms, then you get basically connected to your heart, because the Star of David is connected to your heart, to the pump, it keeps pumping in you, so it keeps the system alive. And equality, and then if we get to the equality, then you're like, hey, everybody is basically creating their own universe. That's great, that's how it should be. And enjoy your life, enjoy the great days here. 9 minutes of crazy talks, whatever, but I have the balls to upload that and be like, yeah, that's my position, that's my point of view. Hopefully you can pull something out of there for you, and that's it. Now, tones and frequencies, make it more simple, you know, tones and frequencies, and the voice of Germany, the voice of the world, the voice of yourself is you. You know, everybody has a voice, so you could talk about the force and the four elements, and well, the force is there for everybody. The question is, how can you work with it if you've cultivated it, and can you numb yourself down also for yourself and for others? Because if you start to reduce yourself, something in you starts to raise up, and if you know that you can cut back yourself, there's more space for others, so others can experience themselves according to the information that they have. So this is why, you know, share your information, and or don't share your information, you know, it's on you, but maybe it's inspirational, maybe not, and that's it. 希望冇教不用 therapy, sungazing, alchemy, Falun Gong, kickboxing, Muay Thai, kinetic yoga, Kalaripaya, movements, practical things for everyday life. How are your movements in your body, how they are connected to the metaphysical realm around you, and what graffitis are, what the city of Hamburg is, the Thor project, or the realm that you walk through to see the world around you, which is a mirror. Well, it should be beautiful, you know, and it is going to be beautiful for everybody if they start to see, and if everybody gets basically through the fear programming. And for example, this brand here was connected to somebody in my past who was maybe causing trouble, but also causing knowledge, and, you know, walking towards your fears. I had an experience when I was meditating, sitting back on the wall with closed eyes, and I had the experience of the spider walking out of my mouth, and then I was like, you know, hug your fears, you know, walk towards your fears, do these fears, and then hug them and be like, you know, also these fears are projections of myself, so the only things that basically then hold me back are in me. So that's the absurd and the ironical things to it. In these humble words, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, you know, Star Wars, and a better system. Also talking about the exchanging of gods, of goods, of being good and bad, and whatever that might be. You know, people are like, oh, they are not really parameters. Yeah, well, black and white, and the rainbow between that. It sounds very mystical to you, or maybe too esoteric, or maybe that doesn't make any sense. But, you know, well, it's about the people. It's about everybody. So I should shut up and you should live. Enjoy your life-death cycle. I love you. Ducking in, ducking out. Oh, there they are. Flipped and tricked. I love you.